small village surrounded by rolling hills and thick forests, life was simple and serene. The villagers lived in harmony, sharing their joys and struggles. At the edge of the village stood Bright Futures Primary School, a small building made of mud bricks, its tin roof glinting in the sun. It was the only school in the area, and every child in Matunki attended it. Bintu was one of those children. At just 7 years old, she was the light of her parents' lives. Mariama and Musa, her hard-working parents, did everything to ensure she had a good life. Mariama sold cassava at the market, while Musa tended to the fields. They had high hopes for Bintu, their only child, whose curiosity and bright smile brought joy to their days. Every morning, Mariama braided Bintu's hair, dressed her in her neatly ironed uniform, and packed her lunch in a small woven bag. "Go and learn well, my child," Mariama would say, kissing Bintu on the forehead. "You will make us proud one day." Bintu loved school, especially her teacher, Mr. Korkbo. He was kind and patient, always encouraging his pupils to dream big. But not all her classmates were kind. Kumba, an older girl who sat in the back of the class, was known for her bad temper. She often picked fights and bullied the younger children. One fateful day, during recess, the children were playing under the big mango tree that shaded the schoolyard. Bintu and her friends were skipping rope, their laughter ringing through the air. Suddenly, Kumba stormed over, her face twisted in anger. "Give me the rope!" Kumba shouted, snatching it from Bintu. "But we're still playing," Bintu said, trying to hold on to the rope. In a fit of rage, Kumba grabbed Bintu by the throat. "You dare talk back to me?" Kumba hissed, tightening her grip. Bintu's small hands clawed at Kumba's as she gasped for air, her eyes wide with fear. The other children froze, too scared to intervene. Finally, Kumba let go, and Bintu fell to the ground, coughing and clutching her neck. The incident lasted only a few moments, but it left a mark that would never heal. Bintu didn't tell her teacher or her parents, fearing Kumba's wrath. When she got home that day, her mother noticed she was quieter than usual. "Bintu, are you okay?" Mariama asked, placing a hand on her daughter's shoulder. "I'm fine, Mama," Bintu replied, her voice barely above a whisper. Days passed, and Bintu's behavior changed. She no longer played with her friends or shared stories about school. She often complained of pain in her throat and started coughing at night. Mariama grew concerned but thought Bintu might have caught a cold. One evening, as Mariama braided her daughter's hair, she noticed faint bruises on Bintu's neck. "What happened here, Bintu?" Mariama asked, her voice filled with worry. "It's nothing, Mama," Bintu said, tears welling up in her eyes. "I fell while playing." Mariama wasn't convinced but decided not to push further. She didn't know that the injury from Kumba's attack had caused internal damage to Bintu's throat. A week later, Bintu collapsed while preparing for school. Musa carried her to the village clinic, where the nurse examined her with a grim expression. "She has an infection caused by trauma to her throat," the nurse said. "It's serious and needs advanced treatment, but we don't have the resources here." Mariama and Musa were heartbroken. They had no money to take Bintu to the hospital in the city, and the clinic lacked the equipment to save her. By nightfall, Bintu's condition worsened. She lay in her mother's arms, her breathing shallow and labored. "Mama, I'm sorry," Bintu whispered, tears streaming down her cheeks. "No, my child," Mariama sobbed, holding her daughter close. "Don't leave me. Please stay with me." But it was too late. Bintu's small body went still, and her bright eyes closed forever. The news of Bintu's death spread through the village, and everyone was overcome with grief. At the funeral, Mariama wept uncontrollably, blaming herself for not asking more questions, for not seeing the signs sooner. Musa stood silently by her side, his face etched with pain. In the weeks that followed, the village elders called a meeting to address the incident. They urged parents to pay closer attention to their children, to listen when they spoke, and to act when they sensed something was wrong. But for Mariama and Musa, the advice came too late. Bintu's laughter, once the heartbeat of their home, was gone, leaving behind only echoes of what could have been. Please subscribe for more videos.